Long before the first stone was shaped, before the sound of chisels was silenced, before gold-covered walls and cedar filled the air, the Temple of Solomon existed first as a dream born in the heart of a king. King David, ruler of Israel, lived in a palace of cedar, while the Ark of the Covenant rested beneath a simple tent. And it troubled him deeply. How could the presence of the Lord dwell in a tent while the king lived in splendor? David desired to build a permanent house for God, but God spoke to him and said no. David was a man of war. His hands had shed blood. The temple would not be built by him, but by a son. Instead of resisting, David obeyed, and for the rest of his life, David prepared. He gathered gold and silver in unimaginable quantities. He stockpiled bronze and iron. He secured cedar and cypress wood. He organized priests, Levites, musicians, and craftsmen. The temple was planned long before Solomon ever wore a crown. When Solomon ascended the throne, Israel entered a time of peace unlike any before it. The borders were secure. The enemies were quiet. The nation was ready. One night, God appeared to Solomon in a dream and asked a question that would shape history. "What do you desire?" Solomon did not ask for wealth. He did not ask for power. He did not ask for long life. He asked for wisdom, and God was pleased. God gave Solomon wisdom greater than any king before him or after him, and with that wisdom came riches, honor, and peace. Now, the time had come. The first decision was the most important: where the temple would stand. The chosen place was Mount Moriah, a sacred mountain. The place where Abraham once raised a knife over Isaac. The place where judgment had been stopped by mercy. The place where heaven had already touched earth. This was not random ground. This was holy ground. Solomon formed alliances beyond Israel, most notably with King Hiram of Tyre. From the forests of Lebanon came towering cedar trees, straight, strong, fragrant, cut by skilled hands, prepared with precision. Ships carried timber across the sea. Stone cutters shaped massive blocks far from Jerusalem. Goldsmiths refined pure gold. Artisans prepared linen dyed in purple and scarlet. And then construction began. But unlike any other building project the world had seen, at the temple site itself, there was silence. No hammer, no axe, no iron tool. Every stone arrived already shaped. Every beam fit perfectly. The temple rose quietly, as if built in reverence. The master builders lived disciplined lives. They rose before sunrise. They washed. They prayed. They worked in assigned roles. Stone masons shaped foundations. Woodworkers carved panels with palm trees and cherubim. Goldsmiths overlaid walls with pure gold. Overseers measured everything twice. This was not ordinary labor. This was sacred service. Mistakes were not tolerated, not because of punishment, but because this house was for God. The temple took form with divine order. The outer courts welcomed the people. The holy place was reserved for priests, and beyond the veil stood the most holy place, the Holy of Holies, a perfect cube, no windows, no decoration for human eyes, only gold. Inside, the Ark of the Covenant would rest. 2 massive cherubim stood with wings outstretched, touching wall to wall, covering the ark beneath their shadow. This was the heart of Israel, the dwelling place of the Lord. 7 years passed, 7 years of discipline, 7 years of silence, 7 years of precision. When the final stone was placed, the temple stood unmatched on earth. Then came the dedication. The ark was brought up. Priests assembled. Musicians lifted their voices. Trumpets sounded. Solomon stood before the people and prayed. He prayed for mercy. He prayed for forgiveness. He prayed for a listening God. And then it happened. A cloud filled the temple. The glory of the Lord descended so powerfully that the priests could not stand. God had accepted the house. From that day forward, the temple became the center of life in Israel. Daily sacrifices were offered. Festivals filled the courts. Worship echoed through stone halls. The priests lived by strict order, purity, discipline, obedience. But God warned Solomon, if Israel remained faithful, blessing would remain. If they turned away, the temple would not protect them. And over time, hearts changed. Foreign gods entered the land. Worship became corrupted. Obedience faded. The temple still stood, but the presence had withdrawn. Eventually Babylon came. Jerusalem fell. The temple burned. Gold was stripped away. Stones were thrown down. The greatest structure of the ancient world was reduced to ruins. Yet its legacy did not die. The Temple of Solomon shaped worship forever. It taught that God desires holiness, order, reverence. Though destroyed, its story still speaks. Stone may fall, gold may fade, but what is built in obedience echoes through eternity.